Hello everyone, welcome back to First Rep. I'm Dotun.
And I'm Rolly. Hi, everyone. Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back indeed. We hope you've had a good 2 weeks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 weeks. And we hope you are preparing for Christmas. Just a few days to Christmas.
And in the spirit of the holidays, we are bringing you. Is this a bonus episode or like an actual episode?
Hmm. A bonus actual episode.
Okay.
That's what we'll call it. We just felt like it's a great time to, put in something relevant for where we are at in the year, which is Christmas. So, if not, why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Rolly, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about tips and tricks basically to stay fit during the holiday. Like just little things you can do to like improve your lifestyle. And let's say you were already you know into fitness. Let's say you were already you had like basically living a healthier lifestyle. We're hoping to tell you how to maintain that during the holidays, because we know that during the holidays it's very difficult
Yeah.
to keep your normal routine. Keep like the moment I enter December, my head is just telling me, we're
Relax,
done, you need to relax, it's
chill.
not that serious, this is bulking season anyways.
You've earned it. Just chill, have a great time.
Yeah.
And also, it's not also people that are already in fitness. If you are also not yet into fitness,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to. This is the period where people try to, resolute their life. Say, I'll
True.
start next year. This is
Yeah.
a 2026 problem.
Yeah.
No, you can start now.
Very
Start
true.
today. You don't need to resolute. So it's also an opportunity for people that are looking to get into fitness.
Mm-hmm.
These are some tips that you would be able to use this holiday season mostly, but also after the
Going
holiday
forward,
season.
yeah,
So
you can start it now and still maintain it like in the future.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your first tip to stay fit
First tip.
and healthy this period?
My first tip, I would definitely have to go with something that is diet related, because again, if you didn't watch the previous episode, please do.
Go and watch it.
Um,
Go and watch it.
sounds like interest. But yeah, we talked a lot about food, calories, everything related to that. And that's why we will be starting this with something food related, because that's key to being healthy, looking healthy, losing weight if you need to lose weight. So I have here eating protein options before anything else. So I know how, a good example is like Nigerian Christmas. We have lots of food. We have jollof rice, we have swallow, and you have all those things present. You even have snacks like small chops, puff puff, chin chin, stuff like that. You would most likely have all those spread out maybe on Christmas Day or on the days leading to Christmas. But you also have meat options, right? Like
Yeah.
chicken, beef, mm, anything protein, fish. Yeah. So an important tip will be to start eating your protein first. If you want to take a plate, like you go in and it's like, this is Christmas Day, wearing my Christmas clothes, ready to eat, ready to dive in. Start with the food. Start with the meat. Start with the beef. Start with the protein. Let your plate have more of the
The
protein
protein.
options, right? And then less of the carbs. So you have like lots of meat and then a little bit of rice and maybe a little bit, if it's swallow, you're eating a little bit of swallow. Like, so what happens is, you feel fuller because you've eaten like the best part of the whole thing. And then by the time you get to the rice, you end up eating less. And when you get even to the small chops or anything else you're eating, you even end up eating less than that. So that way you have taken in the healthier part and the most nutritious part of these foods instead of starting the other way around.
Yeah. It might be particularly challenging to a lot of people. Like the way I grew up, we were always told to eat your meat last. Like
True.
the meat was your reward for eating, but
Yeah.
until recently that I've realized that you should. So yeah, it was like we built, like the meat was the reward for eating, but the way it should be is that you should build your food around the meat, not the other way around.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's might be challenging for you, like it was for me, but yes, ideally you should eat your meat first and then build your plate around your protein.
Yeah.
I guess. And then the next step, or the next, not the next step, the next tip that I would have is portion control.
Yeah.
And in line with the last episode, go and watch it, please. Thank you. Depending on what your goals are, you should always control what is on your plate. If you are in a calorie deficit, if you are going for a surplus, if you are trying to maintain your current weight or physical
At every
look,
point, really,
yeah, you need to always
have a reasonable portion, not too big. So
back to it, I guess if you are doing portion control, you should have like a reference point, right? Like you should have the way you've been eating up to before the holidays.
Yeah.
And because it's the holidays, I know you might be tempted to want to have a good time, but you should still try to control your portion around.
Cheat day.
You should still try to control your portion around what you typically would have.
Yeah, that's true. Like, let's say you have been eating well, and you normally don't eat these foods, but you're like, it's cheat day, it's cheat week, it's cheat month, even, so you do not eat the healthy things, in quotes, that you would normally eat. At least try to not eat these not so great foods in a large quantity, basically. So you'll benefit from that. Another tip is to plan what you eat at the beginning of the day. I think a lot of people make this mistake, even not just like because it's festive period, just generally. Like they have everything else planned out except what they will eat for that day. Like they don't wake up thinking, I need to know what is on the menu. They're thinking, oh, I need to get to work, I need to take a shower, I need to get my kids to school, everything else but food. And then when they get hungry, they start to find something to eat. You have already planned to fail because
you failed to plan.
Because you failed to plan. Like, it sounds cliche, but it's true. What will be available at that time will most likely be a bad option. In the sense of it not being the best like diet option, basically. So try your best to plan ahead. Even if possible, plan like the week. Have some protein options. I'm repeating protein because it's really important. You start your day even with protein. Like try to have at least 30 grams or more of protein at the start of your day. Have these things in your fridge. Have it somewhere. So when you wake up, you're like, fine, I would even start eating this first. Even if it's eggs, start with that and then you build the rest. So, but just have a picture of what you're planning to eat that day, and chances are you end up eating the right amount, the right foods, the right options.
I guess another tip that ties in directly to what you're saying is eating early in the day. How does eating early in the day generally help you with your food intake?
So that's a new one, actually. So I wouldn't want us to mistake eating early or late for gaining or losing weight. That has nothing to do with anything in the direct sense. The only thing that has to do with that is calories again. But in terms of arranging when you start eating, it's important because I realized, like, growing up, myself and my family, we would always eat first meal around maybe 1 or 2 p.m. We always used to eat late. But then what now started to happen is we would eat late into the night as well. Now, as I said, eating at night is not what is making you gain weight. But I also realized that when it starts to get that, we'll start to get hungry, and we start, even after dinner, we will still feel like we needed something extra. So it almost felt like like it might seem as though you skipped a meal, but your body didn't skip it. So you're eating breakfast as lunch, and then you're eating lunch as dinner, and then after dinner you should be going to bed, but you're still hungry, so you're looking for something else to eat. And really, that's just how I have been for the longest time. And then recently, I decided to try something else because it didn't make sense in terms of like the amount of calories I would have in a day, which I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I feel like this number of calories are enough, but then sometimes I'll feel hungrier later at night. So I just shifted like eating to earlier in the day. In the morning, what I would normally eat in the afternoon. So sometimes I would even have 2 meals in the afternoon. So I just moved that into the morning, and then I realized that when it gets late, I'm not as hungry, and your hunger hormones basically are more it's more regulated, and your blood sugar as well. Like it's more regulated if you're feeding yourself at specific times of the day,
Intervals.
as
Yeah.
opposed to moving everything till later, and then the thing is like it's going crazy and it's just alerting you at random times that, oh, you're hungry, oh, now you're hungry. Like if you give your body a flow, it takes it, and you are still talking of same calories, so we're not changing the number of calories, so meaning you're having a good effect, but you're able to sustain that diet.
So you're just starting early and then you're spreading your meals like evenly throughout the day.
Exactly that, and then I'm able to stop earlier as well.
Yeah,
So
because
by
you start
6,
early.
7,
Yeah.
I've eaten 3 meals already. So at this point, I'm full. If you
Yeah.
get what I mean.
I think another good tip that we'll share is to have healthy snacks around, because
True.
let's not kid ourselves. It's the holidays,
Yeah.
and you would want to snack. It's just okay.
Yeah.
And in as much as you should avoid snacking around after your main meals, sometimes you just cannot help it where sometimes
we eat with our eyes, which is something that I just learned. Like the first point of interaction with food is your eyes.
yeah, it's your eyes.
So you would eat whatever you see.
If it looks good, yeah. So what you want to do is just try to keep good or healthy snacks around.
Yeah.
As much as possible, try to get rid of, the very sweet, high calorie and tiny cookies. Just try to move those around and then keep some good snack around. So when you want to snack, you have that. Like you can buy fruits; those are very good to snack on.
True.
Also, you should eat your fruits. Avoid juicing them. Like you need the fiber in your fruit. It's good for you. So you can get stuff like that. You can get some veggies if you're into that.
I don't think anybody's intentionally into veggies, but
you'd be surprised, right? Some people, as boring as cucumber is, some people snack on cucumber. So,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Good option.
So,
I mean, it's the holidays, so we wouldn't expect you to do this like, perfectly.
Yeah.
But just think about it and even make an attempt. Eat other things that are better, and then, save the cookies or anything else you see for last. So you end up taking just one or two.
Exactly. That's actually the goal. It's not like you. I think like 2 weeks ago, I still had like McVitie's, and I was just at the end of the day, I was having like 2 a day.
Yeah.
Which is the goal, because you've eaten your main meal, you've had healthy snacks, and this time you just want to cure the craving. So just one or two, and you're fine.
The recommended, diet in terms of percentage is basically 80-20, like 80% healthy and 20% not so great. So if you see someone in shape, you shouldn't think this person is eating
100%.
healthy 100%. Yeah. It's not possible. You're a human being. But just, try most of the time to go for better options. And another point would be to avoid fried foods. As I said before, you have no business frying anything. It does taste great, I will not lie, because there's actually a science to it. Like foods that are made with high fat taste good.
No,
like
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what gives
fried
food
plantain
the taste
is different from grilled. For sure.
Yes.
Fried chicken is different from whatever we call that thing that we do with the air fryer.
And your small chops, they are almost all fried, right?
Yeah.
So it's still the thing of eat better things first before you start with those. People start with their small chops. People are like, let me just have like spring roll, chin chin, something first before they even serve me my food. So try not to do that. Put those for last, so you end up eating less of those, because you might not see it physically, but you're consuming a lot of oil
Yeah.
when when you eat those foods.
And consuming a lot of oil means that you're consuming a lot
Lots
of
of
calories
calories.
that you should not be consuming because you don't have to. So basically, I think that's the main reason why you should avoid fried stuff
foods.
because of the. But also, like you mentioned in our previous episode, it's also not good for your heart.
It's not good for your heart. It's not good for your health.
So yeah.
Calorie aside, fitness aside, it's what it is.
The next tip is kind of a hot take, depending on
How
who
you
you
see
are and how you see it.
Yeah.
It's avoid alcohol. Take little or no alcohol. So I know it's the early days.
I'm glad he said it wasn't me because I
What
have
do you mean you're glad that I said it?
No, it's not even. It's not. He thinks I'm taking
Okay.
a jab at him.
Okay.
It's not because I don't know if he drank recently or not. I can't say.
I don't do it.
Anyway, the point is, it's not me saying it, guys, because I have friends that I have mentioned it and they're just like, Rolly, we don't even go there.
No.
Not our alcohol. So
yeah, your body cannot process alcohol in any kind. Your body does not know what to do with alcohol.
It has no benefit to your body. Absolutely zero.
Yeah, no benefit. It's also like the calorie in it is massive. And nobody knows. It's never written on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
Yeah.
They can't tell you because if they tell you, you will not be happy. You'll probably not take as much.
Yeah. And then also, if you do work out actively, alcohol will hurt your gains because your body doesn't recover faster.
Yeah.
And when your body doesn't recover faster, your muscle doesn't grow as fast. So it can also hurt your gains. So it's the holiday periods, it's the downtime. You've worked hard so much throughout the year. This is the time you deserve a beer. Good. Have one. But yeah, if you can limit it to 1 or 0, that's the best case scenario. And then another point is to have proper rest.
Yeah.
Because during the holidays, people get tempted to break their routine because you go to work at a set time, you come back, you have your dinner at a set time.
Yeah.
But during the holidays, I'm very guilty of this. I just relax. I watch movies into the late nights,
and then wake up late.
And then you wake up late, and that it just breaks your routine. You don't get a proper rest. Now you're going to have breakfast by lunchtime. Like you're just going to
lunch by dinner time.
You're going to have lunch by dinner time.
You're going to snack, and then you're going to watch more movies.
It just ruins everything. Yeah. And a big factor to staying fit and staying healthy is and muscle growth is to get proper rest.
Yeah.
7 to 8 hours is what is recommended.
Yeah.
It's the holidays. It's meant for resting, but I find that most people don't even rest.
They do
like
not.
You just
overdo. You resume and you're like, I need a vacation from my vacation.
Exactly, because you did not rest. So make sure you get proper rest. Get your sleep in. Again, if you can get 7 to 8 hours, that's ideal. But it's the holidays. If you can get more, well and good.
Your body will thank you.
Yeah. So make sure you get a proper rest this holiday period.
Yeah, for sure. And we can move into. I guess we'll move into. Being active a little bit, but this is kind of in the middle. I would say if you're hanging with friends, first of all, hang with friends. Do something else that doesn't involve eating. Try not to.
It's kind of hard.
I know.
When we get together, there has to be food.
Yeah. Even us, whenever we get together, it's always like around food. But I find that other people, do find like when they meet, they have an activity that they plan for that gathering. It's not just like, oh, let's meet and we'll see. If you meet and you will see,
it's food that you're
going to see. So try not to do that. Like, if you want to hang with people, just have something that you want to do. Like, it should even be probably outdoors. Go for a walk. Go for
bowling,
anything that just
escape room, play tag,
so many
laser tag, stuff like that.
Just don't don't just sit around, and when you are bored, you end up eating, you end up snacking. So try to avoid those.
Yeah, and that's also another tip is that you should have fun this period. Make sure you're enjoying yourself, because if you're not enjoying yourself, you'll be bored. And when you're bored, there's
only one thing. Food.
So that's make sure you have fun this period. Try to get out, try to be active, try to see friends, just so you're not bored.
And
any more great tips?
I do not think I have any more. I think we've given We're giving them enough to start with.
We don't want to bore you.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching and spending time with us. We hope you had a good time. And our intention with this was just to give you good tips that will help you throughout the holidays and to serve as something to ease you into your fitness journey, right?
Yeah.
And with that being said, we wish you a happy holidays. Take care.
Great Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, for those who celebrate. Bye.
Bye.